Field in Seattle. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25.
So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The Bears at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Cole Kmet, the intended receiver.
And it takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
Draymond Jones in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. So here are the Seahawks now with a long field in front of them. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
So this is what we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball. Run it inside. Everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try to create some space.
And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards. The numbers for Walker from last week's effort, 19 carries, 72 yards.
Brandon, we both know plenty about this game, but you don't have to be an expert to figure out that they're going to lean heavily on their ground game to try and win this week. He sits number 5 in the league so far in rushing, and when they've had success on that side of the ball, he's been at the center of it. If they want to win in this one, he's got to play like that and help drive them down the field.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
To the air again, Smith.
A short one here, caught by McBride. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession.
And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Bears take over.
We switch the attention now to Khalil Herbert as this offense comes out for their next drive.
Last week, over 100 yards, 3 touchdowns. We were talking with him on the field before the game. He said simply, I was in a groove. He obviously was.
And I think he's been a little modest about that, being in a groove. That's a big-time game right there. And I think he feels like his entire team is coming along with him because they're creating spaces and holes for him to run through. He's making people miss, running through tackles. They are locked in a big way and confident about this game as well.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. Right where this settle down started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
On third down, they drop the throw. Flush to his right. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure on him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. A boatload of carries, 117 yards.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
2nd and 6. And he's got his man on the out route. To the 40 and no further. The broken tackle, but then the hole closed quickly. Short completion, just 4 yards. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
We're scoreless after 1. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete.
And he will have the Bears first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Oh, he bowls over it. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
From just shy of midfield, here's a 2nd and 4.
Back to throw again. Over the middle, it's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 30. 22 yards there, a first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Draymond Jones. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. On on second down, a run with Herbert.
Dropped at the 35, so able to display his strength, but not much room to operate. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now fourth down. Santos' kick is up and through, and it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first.
So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive.
In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Now Geno on first down. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Back to the air, Smith on second down.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Kyler Gordon picks it off, and the Bears are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't have.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it.
And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at the 43-yard line.
After the interception, here's Smith. It's caught, blocked it, and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. Smith on first down. Walker with a grab, left side. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
At the Bears' 22-yard line.
Smith.
Pass to the right, and he's got McBride.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Again, Smith. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Back to throw, Smith. And his throw here's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Smith. He throws it on the move but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
Myers' kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Bears going to get one more possession in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. Just a yard on the pickup there that will bring up a 2nd and 9.
In my humble estimation, terrific work there defensively. Running backs trying to get wide, get to the sideline, and they beat him to the spot, forced him out of bounds, pretty close to the line of scrimmage.
Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We begin with a battle of two teams more associated with Thanksgiving Day, really. Detroit heading south to take on Dallas. And it's the Cowboys who are out in front. The Cowboys trying to hold on and claim victory. From there, let's head to Philly to see what's happening with the Eagles. And they've got the lead in that one over the visiting Atlanta Falcons. Jalen Hurts has thrown a touchdown pass. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. And it was the visiting Jacksonville Jaguars that go home with the victory. Trevor Lawrence, 3 touchdown passes as his guys stay unbeaten on the year. Not too much to show you scoring-wise in that first half. Just a couple of field goals make up all the scoring. But I wouldn't be surprised if we're close to a breakthrough, and things should open up as we move along. Both these teams going through their final adjustments before heading back out of the locker room. Time for us to go back out to Lumen Field, where we rejoin Brandon Gott.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins.
Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line.
Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third.
Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Now it's Smith off the bootleg.
That's complete to DK Metcalf.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his one-on-two matchup.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. Here's Smith now on 2nd down.
This is taken in by McBride.
And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Getting it. Space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
When you get into the second half of a tie ball game, you start realizing that every play takes on a bigger significance, and this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that secondary, and that's a job well done there.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Running left is Walker.
And just shouting him off there. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. He finds Smith and Jigba in the end zone for a Seahawk touchdown.
A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Seahawks have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead is now 10-3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Velus Jones now from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half.
Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
On first down, right back to Herbert.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
And it's pretty evident that this passing game has been frustrated so far. They haven't really moved the ball the way we might have expected, but this is a good pickup here for the first down.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
Draymond Jones able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. He's got it at the 15. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That's one heck of a 3rd down conversion, a pickup of 39. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness, just about got him into the end zone.
2nd and 2. That's to Moore, and he's got it. Touchdown, Bears. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
And he returns this to the 22. And out now come the Seahawks. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Now it's Smith. That's DK Metcalf running the slant. He's got it. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 26-yard line.
Now Geno. That completes it again to Metcalf. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. Knotted up here at 10. That's our score as we begin quarter number 4. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
To punt for the Seahawks.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Here's Jones. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Herbert powering up the middle. And he lost the football. And the Seahawks, the big fella. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Following the fumble recovery, Smith. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
And in the second half of a tie game, every decision gets magnified. And here, if he forces this ball, it could be intercepted. So that's the prudent play to just airmail it out of bounds.
On 2nd and 10, Smith. It's complete to Lockett. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, here's Walker. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. So on now comes the kicker. It's Jason Myers. This to break our 4th quarter tie. Myers' kick is good. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. The Chicago offense set to get started. And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Brown. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
2nd and 10, Smith again.
Man open downfield, it's Metcalf.
And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10.
Now 1st and 10 at the 11. Straight ahead, Walker.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Kenneth Walker, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks will add to their 4th quarter lead.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. They'll look to throw again. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, this defense knows. 4th quarter, they need to make a play. That one was right for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jamal Adams. Taking it right down Broadway. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick-6 will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really, you're almost at the point of no option. To have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you got to throw the football. At the right defense call, it will make a nice play on the ball, and that's all she wrote.
distance here. He's past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds at midfield. So a solid return to the 50.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can...
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Draymond Jones in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20.
They'll set up the screen to Herbert.
He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion.
Wide open, complete. And did he get the feet down? Yes, touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Bears have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Gets through, and now an opening.
And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down. And that should just about do it.
And they will take a knee here. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. And they'll indeed take a knee. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here, when they're taking a knee, is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win. Needed one desperately.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on